Well, I think we are live. Welcome to our live stream. This is Bruno Bertucci. I'm married to Kylie Bertucci, who's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. And if you're watching us, we are live on YouTube and we're live on Facebook at the same time. Can't believe it. So if you're watching, please give us a thumbs up. Please leave a comment in the chat and like this video. If you're not already subscribers, please click subscribe on YouTube and like our page over on Facebook as well. Wow, this is 3 times that you've seen us today. I'm going to make a project, as the title suggests, using the Waves of the Ocean bundle again. So I told you about this project that I had, and I'm going to make it for you. So let's get right into it. Let's see if we have people watching. Kylie Bertucci's watching. Oh my goodness, this is the first time I've set this all up all by myself. Kylie helped me a couple of hours ago, but I was like gearing myself up to do it. So we've got some people live over on Facebook. Nancy's there, Norel's there, Jess, Scott is in the house. Over on YouTube we have Caitlin, who said, I had to choose between you and Nigella. You won. Good decision. So do you want to see the project that we're making? First of all, in case you already you missed the projects that Kylie shared, these are the beautiful projects that she shared. So this is the first one. Let's see how I can work that out. Okay. It's using the Waves of the Ocean, Waves of Inspiration stamp set, using the beautiful Designer Series paper, which I think is called Waves of the Ocean. And it's got that beautiful, oh, it's difficult to see. Let's see if you can, it's easier if I just do it face down to there. So, actually I've got this set up. So yeah, it has the foil in the background, the Designer Series paper, this beautiful stamped image, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's some white embossing over the top, which is for foam. Beautiful project that Kylie made. This is the other one. What? It's amazing. Look at all that detail. So what she did was stamped the stamp, of course, as you do with a stamp, and did white embossing, and then did some embossed bay, and that's just sprinkled over the top. And then over the top of that, there's a vellum layer, and there's also a blue foil layer, and of course the blue foil, whoops, and the Designer Series paper as well in the background. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can watch the videos for both of these on YouTube. So if you just go to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to watch the 2 videos. Unfortunately, it was broken. There were some technical errors. Hopefully there's no technical errors today, but it's broken up into 2 videos. But you might have already spotted the project that we are going to make, and that is this one. I had a lot of fun making this project. So let's just go through a few things about this. Okay, so in the background you can see we've got some embossing folder, the Tasteful Textile. Of course we have the die here, beautiful die, and there's another die in the background there. And how did we do that? Interesting. Let's make it together. And of course there's the sentiment. So what products did we use? Of course we used the Wave of Inspiration stamp set. On this one we're basically just using the sentiment, this long sentiment here. Kylie showed you how you can use some of the other stamps. This beautiful stamp, like it's just stunning. It looks beautiful there, but the actual stamped images come out so amazing. So we're going to be using that. We're going to be using the waves dies, and we're actually using both of these waves dies. We're going to use, of course, some adhesive sheets because we'll need that. In the background, we have the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder, which we'll use. And we also have some designer series paper. Now, Kylie showed the designer series paper this morning, but these are the two sheets that we're going to use. But while we have you all here, let's just look at all this paper again. Okay, so this is really, really nice, this paper. I'm really sad that it's a limited time only designer series paper because it is spectacular. There's another one. Like, look at it. Of course, it looks like it's water, thus the name, Waves of the Ocean. But it also looks like it's galactic. It looks like it's something from out of this world. Yeah. So, that's the paper. But like I mentioned, these are the two sheets that we're going to use. So, first of all, what are we going to need to make this project? We have a basic white thick card base. I find that whenever I'm making a card out of basic white, I use the thick for a card base just because it gives it that bit of extra sturdiness. I have another layer in basic white. This is also thick basic white, and another layer in Coastal Cabana. Now, in terms of sizes, if you have our templates, they're the two that we're going to be using. This is just a normal card base, which is the Gorgeous Grape size. And then we have the Flirty Flamingo size. And then over the top of that, we have the Daffodil Delight size. Kirsty Rogerson, yes, you are catching us live. We are very happy that you are able to catch us live today. So thanks for joining us today. Kirsty's work situation changed, so she can't catch us live for the rest of the time that we usually are live. So they're the two sizes that we're going to be doing. Let's get the easy parts out of the way. We're going to be doing a lot of embossing and die cutting. So we're going to need to emboss this using the Tasteful Textile 3D. So I'll just put that over to the side. This one's here. As you can see, what we are going to do is, there's a couple ways that we could do that. I'm going to do the easy way today. We are going to, in each one of these waves, this one and this one, we are going to cut them out using basic white, and then we're going to adhere that to the designer series paper. Now, I mentioned that there was another way that you could do it. The other way that you could do it, if you have a lot of patience, is I actually did it in two different ways. This one here, I adhered the designer series paper, the die cut to the designer series paper, whereas this one here, I actually inlaid those pieces. And look, it gives a beautiful look. It's flat, but it was a lot of work. And I tried using the some of the other methods using press and seal. I had to remember what the name was, and it didn't really work. So if any of you have had success of that, let me know. But what we're going to do is it's going to have the same effect. We are going to just directly adhere the die cut piece to the designer series paper. Okay. So first of all, these are, like I mentioned, these are the two designer series paper sheets that we are using. So I'll just put those off to the side, and I'm going to cut both of these out, but I must remember to adhere some adhesive sheets to the back of that. So how big are these? if I cut like that and like that, oh, look, I'll just cut it. So who's watching? Anita is there. Or Anita's ordered the paper and the gems. Excellent. And who do we have over on Facebook? Alison Blackclaw. Thank you for watching, Alison. Janiki Shard Freda. Thank you very much for watching. Wendy Davies. Hello. Thanks for watching. Arlene. Thanks for watching. Sally. I love the collection as well. I'm very happy that it's going to be around. Wendy Davies has a suggestion that it needs a lighthouse. I wouldn't disagree with that, Wendy. Sally, I should have checked what time it was in North America. Sorry it's so late. But I'm happy that you're still awake. Rachel Burkett. We've got you when you've woken up. Thanks for watching again. Okay. So this is my crude way of cutting this. Sorry, everyone. And I'll just cut another... Actually, I'll get the trimmer to cut the rest of it. And the trimmer be here. Hopefully it doesn't get any goo. Leave any goo. Deb, thank you for watching from Iowa. I don't think I'll need the trimmer for the rest of the project. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's just adhere the... Honestly, this stuff is amazing. The adhesive sheets. Thank you for watching from Alberta, Canada, Maureen. Okay. Hello, Katia. Hello, Angela Jackman. Good to see you on here today. Okay, so on the East Coast, it's 12:15. So the East... Okay, right. So on the West Coast, it's probably a decent hour for everyone. Jackie, wow, you're up late today from Florida. Rachel Burkett, you haven't been asleep yet. Oh dear. The other day I had lots of things on my mind, and so I was awake until 3 a.m. And so that is when I made this project, believe it or not. Actually, this was about 2 a.m. that I made this one. And then I started watching bloggers on YouTube. Anyway, then like I went to sleep and I woke up in the morning, had some big news the next morning. And I had like 47 messages on my phone about this big news that we all heard about. And yeah, so I completely understand about not sleeping. It really knocked me out for the next day. So again, we're going to cut these both out. And while we have the die cutting machine here, I'm going to do that. So let me just bring that over. Oh. Okay. There we are. Now, where are those brand new... Is that them? No. I don't know where the new plates are, but that's okay. Sorry everyone, you're just going to have to cope with these plates. Okay. So let's cut these out like that. You can everyone can see everything. Yeah. Whoops. Hello from Pahrump, Nevada. Thanks for joining us today, Dawnette. Audrey, thanks for watching. Paulette, you're watching from Toronto, Canada. We've been to Toronto a few times. That was the chair, by the way. Oh dear. Can't take me anywhere. Laura Barton, you love this set. I love it too. I have to be honest. When I first saw the stamp set, I was just like, oh, it's another waves or it's another water themed stamp set. But it's spectacular. Now the next one I'm going to do, this is a 3D embossing folder. So you put that in. Now what sandwich do I need? Now on this it gives you the recipe. Use with the 3D embossing folder. So I need the 1, which is this one, and the number 4, which is just over here. And this is my favorite embossing folder right now. Which way do I go? This way? No, this way. Sorry, I'm just slightly out of the picture. Okay. And I do believe that's all the die cutting that we will be doing for today, which is exciting. So, see this little, you can't see, oh, you might be able to see it, but there's a little box there. That's to indicate, like I can't, if I show something over here, you can't see it because it's blocked out by my face. Wow, that is so, it's beautiful. It reminds me of the beach, believe it or not. I don't know why, it's just like got that rattan, yeah, that really nice texture. So I'm very happy about that. Tasteful Textile 3D. Now, here we have this. So, just pop that out. Wow, this is so beautiful and fine. Okay. There's that one. Unfortunately, we won't be using these pieces today, but we could. Yeah, they're really nice. Okay. Deb, you haven't played with it? Honestly, when I made this project the other night, that was the first time that I picked it up. And I was just like, what? It's amazing. Okay, there we are. And I'm pretty sure this one will come out when I peel the back off. And this one here is so fine. So fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do, as I mentioned, is I'm going to adhere the designer series paper, the die piece, to the designer series paper. And you're probably wondering, how am I going to cut it out? I'm going to use scissors, that's how. It would be nice if there was a die cut around the outside, but can you even tell that that's what I did for this one? Yeah, it's not 100% ideal, but it's great. Now, let's look at which part of the wave that I want. So let's see, maybe. I think that one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use, where's the here it is. So if you watch us on this channel, you probably seen us do this tip before, and it's when it comes to lining things up. So we can line up that corner, or we can line up the other. I think I'll line up this corner because it's a bit easier to do that. So I'll just line it up like that. I'll peel this off. Now this is so fine. I'm having nightmares about accidentally tearing it. Okay. Now that piece there didn't come out, so I'll just pop that out. Now, of course, I'm doing this live, so something is bound to happen. Whoops. Like that. Now I've got the corner bits. Now the rest, I just want to fall like normal, like it should. Okay. Wow. That's stunning, isn't it? And it'll really have this beautiful look. Now, as we mentioned, I don't know if you were watching this morning, I actually didn't realize that these dies were designed to layer over one another like that. That wasn't the look that I was actually after. The look that I was after is that I wanted some waves in one color in the foreground and the other color in the background. And so what we're actually going to do is imagine this one here with the blue, and we're just going to line it up so that it just, does that make sense? We're actually not lining them up directly on top of each other. We're actually offsetting them, and we're not going to keep the top of this part. We're actually just going to cut that. So you can see on the sample like that. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So which part of this one do we want? Because we have a lot more of this one showing. So we can have that side, or we can have that side. I think we'll have that side like that. So I'll just pop that one in the corner. Hi Shannon, thanks for watching us today. Lisa McCusker is watching from Kylie Bertucci. Bruno, use some Wink of Stella. I could use some Wink of Stella, yes. Now, did I put... I'm sure I put it on this. Did you see me put some adhesive sheets on this? Yeah, it's there. Few. Okay, how am I going to get this off? Like that. There we are. So again, I'll use my corner. Perfect. Okie dokie. So now we are just going to trim. So I'll just trim around. Sharon, we're happy you were able to catch us live tonight. Well, yeah, is it night? It's morning. No, it's late at night. Here in Australia, it is 4:30 in the afternoon on Friday. Now, this part around here, I'm just going to we'll come back to that. So I'll just cut that one. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, if you wanted to do the inlay thing, by all means do it. These smaller pieces were a bit annoying. If I was Lisa Curcio, she'd say, you don't want to watch me cutting this out. So here's one I prepared earlier. Is that how Lisa sounds? I don't think so. Now, if I wanted, actually, I could sort of go underneath, slightly lift up that, and just go underneath and skip all of that. There. How's that look? Just do a bit more over here. Okay. I'm happy with that. Now, okay, so see how we're going to overlay it? The normal way to put these dies is like that, but we're just going to slightly move it down, and so basically all of this part that we need goes up to that line there. So I'm just going to do a little snip over here, and we don't need any of this top part, and all the rest is going to be hidden behind. So I'll just trim along here. And the good thing is that this designer series paper is light enough to be able to okay, that one took a lot less time, didn't it? So that's what we will do. So we'll just line it up so that that sits like that, and that sits like that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And if my calculations are correct, this is the same width as that. So it's just slightly smaller, so I'll just trim this down a bit. So I want to give a bit of depth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this one, and then I'm going to adhere that, and then I'm just going to apply normal adhesive to the back. So let's apply some dimensionals to the back of this. Excuse me. It's difficult when there's no one else here talking. Don't tell Kylie I said that. Donna, you're a lefty as well. Shannon, I trim better than you do. Interesting. I find scissors of every persuasion so difficult to use because I'm left-handed. Yeah. And having said that, I actually tried to use a pair of left-handed scissors and I couldn't use them. It was so difficult. So I might just grab some minis for the rest of this part. Iniki, so realistic. Oh, realistic. Yeah, it does look very nice. It reminds me of, you know, that Japanese wave. It's a famous wave picture. You can probably picture it as I say it. What stamp set did you use on the other card? Do you mean this one, Rachel? This stamp set is the Waves of Inspiration. Is that the one you meant or a different card? So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I mentioned that I had to trim, so I might do the trim first. So, where is it? Here it is. Just take a tiny bit off that. And if I take it off that, then I will take it off the top as well, just to make it balanced. Now you're probably wondering why the way that I stuck this down, because it's so fine, it's going to be very difficult to keep it completely the width that it's supposed to be. So somewhere along the line I might have bent it a bit, and so that's why the width isn't the way that it's supposed to be. Oh, good, Rachel. Pam, watching from Illinois in the US. Just, I know it's probably very late there. Dimensional sheets. Yes, I do need dimensional sheets. I was a bit worried with cutting them out using dimensional sheets. Cutting the fine die out using dimensional sheets. Yeah, that's why I didn't use it on this project. But you're right. I do use them a lot more than I expected to use them. Bye, Iniki. Thanks for watching. Mary over on Facebook says, good to see another lefty. We have a pizzeria in the States called Lefties because our town in it means left-handed in... Oh, that must be a Native American language. Arapahoe. As it turns out, our third child was born on opening day and is our only left-handed child out of 4 children. Interesting. Well, I'm the only left-handed person in my extended family that I know of anyway. You don't want to watch me unpeeling dimensionals. That's what Lisa would say. But yes, Lisa, we would. Okay, so this little tricky bit. So we want it so that you can't see that, but you can see that, but you can't see any of these, any of that. So how's that? I think that's great. So I'm just going to trim that off on the edge. See how it's a bit longer? Again, that's because it's so fine. I must have stretched it. So I'll just trim that off, like so. I love the way that it looks. No, I really like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to adhere that to that, like so. Have a brand new pack of Stamp and Seal that I'm going to open on behalf of Kylie. I'm actually in Kylie's craft room at the moment, as you can tell. I mentioned earlier that very nice. And I'll just adhere that to the card base. Of course I will use dimensionals, but I'm going to save, whoops, save the time. What? There's only one. Where did I put them? I don't know where I put the rest of the foam adhesive sheets. Be right back. Hi, did you miss me? Okay, so let's just thank you, Dawnette. I'm glad you like it. And I'll just cut a bit there. How's my craft room getting along, Deirdre? Good question. It's going well. I know exactly where everything is, unlike this room. Don't tell Kylie I said that. Okay. Man, that was quick compared to unpicking all the other dimensionals one by one. Okay, so let's just, oops. Excellent. So the last thing is stamping the sentiment. Now this is a beautiful sentiment. Our friendship is a thing of beauty. So just have a strip of cardstock. The foam sheets are amazing, and you know, I'm amazed at how well the foam sheets go through the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. I was like, there is no way that they're going to go through, but they go through. This one here is probably a bit fine, and when it's very fine, it sort of bends a bit, but if it was a bit thicker, I would totally use the foam adhesive sheets through the stem. And speaking of stem, if you live in Australia, the mini stem is on sale at the moment for $83, and it's great. You would really love that. There's some other things that are on sale as well. That was a really good stamp. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to trim like so. And I will just trim a little bit of this as well. Excellent. So, and that will just go on the side like that. Now, someone suggested earlier using Wink of Stella. I think it was Aniki, but Aniki is gone. Where, if I would use it, where would I use it? Like on the wave? It gives a very like you can't really like it's. You can see it definitely, but it's not as in your face as other gems and things like that. Pauline, I love dimensionals, but you're way out of my league. Oh dear. That needs some birds in the upper right corner. Is there a die of birds? Nearly stuck that on upside down. What do you think, people? I love it. Okay, now there's a suggestion about some birds. These are birds. Let's give that a go. So I have some of this leftover piece with sticky already on it, so I'm just going to cut these birds out. And I'm not sure if I'll stick them down, but let's give it a go, see what it looks like. Oops. Inside roll of the wave, green bit for Wink of Stella. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, wow. Just like that? Should I stick them down? What do you think, people? Now, Diane said, inside of roll on the wave, green bit for the Wink of Stella. Okay. Let's give it a go. I don't even know how to use it. Oh, there. I don't know if this is the one that's finished. Oh no, there's a bit there. Whoops. Yeah. Can you see that? Hopefully that's what you meant. Yeah, looks great. So I'll just leave that to dry. Oh, the green DSP. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. And yes, everyone's saying yes to the birds. So I'll just unstick these. I really like the birds. Whoever suggested the birds, I love the idea of the birds. Bruno, I would cut another 2 bird layers and make them thicker. Let's do it. Let's do it. We've got some leftover pieces. Okay. This is a squeaky chair. Okay. Now, this thing here. That is a great idea. And hopefully that's what you meant. Okay. Okay. Yep. Eek. Okay. That is such a good idea, double birds and birds. So, that's it, my friends. This is the original that I had made, and this is the one that I made with you today. I think having the addition of the birds is really nice. And I like that really subtle shininess on the wave. Oh, you can see I didn't do it too straight. Don't look too closely at that. So, I think we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, now this is the project. Where do I do it? Do I do it like that? Okay. Now, if you need any of the products used on this project, and you live in Australia, we would be happy to get them out to you. In the description, in a few minutes, there will be all of the products that we used on the project today listed, and you can just click on them and add them to your collection right away. Now, why are you going to want to do it right away? Up until the 16th of March, Celebration is still running in Australia. So for every $90 you spend, you get to choose a free Celebration item. And there's some awesome Celebration items. Ones that come to mind, the daffodil paper, the rainbows paper. You're going to love it. Additionally, if you join our team, during Celebration, so up until March the 16th, you get 2 free stamp sets. Any stamp set you want, any price, any value, including this one if you wanted. But I would choose the most expensive ones, but that's totally up to you. We've had quite a few join our team, so you're going to want to join our team. We have so much fun with the Crazy Crafters. So again, if you want any of the products used, the Waves of Inspiration, all the dies, they're all in pieces over there, so I won't pick it up. We would be happy to get that out to you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching over on Facebook. That's the first time we've been able to stream to both of them at the same time. So we're happy that we're able to get all of you over on Facey as well to be watching. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget, like this video. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to our channel or like our page over on Facebook.